Are you on the financial roller coaster that is freelance voiceover? We are. We tell you our secrets.
Speechless. Speechless.
Hi, Kim.
Hi. It is delightfully summer here in Boston.
Yes.
It's probably like 100 and what,
It's
20
110
degrees.
today.
Oh my God, I was just kidding. It is
It's
110.
110 today. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got watermelon and prickly pear with coconut and ashwagandha.
I have a watermelon
Mm.
cocktail here with it looks gross, so I'll just do this, but it is very good. I think I made something
That's
like
good too.
this last season. It's got mint, crushed watermelon, seltzer, and some vodka, and it is delicious.
So all I would need is vodka, and it would taste very similar.
Yeah.
If you always do like nice fresh mint and stuff.
Because I have mint growing
Yeah.
all over the side of my
Ah,
house.
yes. And it grows like crazy, doesn't
I
it?
know, yes.
Yeah.
Don't plant it
Cool.
in your garden, people.
Yeah, unless you want your whole garden to be mint.
Right. So tell me, what are we talking about today? You always have something good up
We
your sleeve.
uh, well, I have no sleeves today. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, so I'll wear my heart on my skin.
Thank you.
Because
Nice.
today, we're talking about the roller coaster
Ah,
of the
yes.
financial roller coaster of freelancing.
Oh my gosh. Right. Uh,
It
I
is
need a tissue.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really hard. This is a good one. And I think we kind of touched on it a little bit with, I feel like Sandy and Erica, when they were
yeah.
guests, we
Yeah.
started to talk a little bit about how hard it is to maintain the ups and downs month to month with an inconsistent, I would say it's inconsistent
Well, it's
job.
not a fixed
It
income,
sure isn't fixed income.
Yeah.
And audition to audition, you never know what you're gonna book. I mean,
Yeah.
do you think it's a combination of luck?
Oh, I totally do.
I
We
do
had
too.
an episode on money and we had an episode on goal setting. And I think this is about digging it a little bit deeper. But I do
Mhm.
want to touch on the dangers of goal setting when you're talking about money in our business, because we can set all the goals we want, but
Yeah.
then whatever comes in, right?
Right.
So they have to be actionable goals, meaning you have to choose things like, well, what are you going to do so that luck and opportunity find themselves or find it's
Oh, I
about being
love that.
prepared.
Luck and opportunity
Opportunity.
find
Mm.
themselves. Right.
Yeah, that sounded smart at the time, but I don't know if that's but preparation. That's what it is preparation and luck.
Mm.
When they find each other, it's opportunity.
There it is. It's
Yeah.
preparation meets luck.
Yeah. And I think COVID was a great time of it felt lucky because people needed to hire talent with studios and we already were ready. We were
Right.
ready to go. But talking about goals, like how do you I don't even know if there's an answer. How do you set a goal? I for a long time I wanted to double my income, double my income. And so I put the practices in play in order to do well. And it wasn't until the opportunity of COVID came along that I really did well because I guess I was prepared and had planted the seeds, right?
Sure. 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 But was that to say that you can plant all the seeds you want, and if luck isn't a part of it, it doesn't
Well, you
happen?
know what?
I
Talent
don't
is another part of it though, Kim.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Talent
Yep.
and then the odds. The competition right now is just unlike it's ever been before. So
Mhm.
there's also that. There's so many factors in doing
I
well.
know. Yeah, which venue, which road do we go down? Is it the talent? Is it the planting the seeds? I think all you can do is plant seeds for the future. I mean, I did really well last year, and
Mhm.
part of preparing and taking advantage of that was taking a portion of that income and putting it
Mm.
into marketing for this year when I have no idea what I'm going to be bringing in. I have goals of what I want to do, but
Yeah.
So I'm planting seeds so that in a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, those
Yeah.
seeds have been planted and have been fertilized and rained on and sunshined on
Yeah.
so that
Why
when
don't
the
you share what some of
opportunity.
those seeds are?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
I do a lot of direct mail, and everyone knows direct mail is not an instantaneous thing. It's
Direct email?
direct email. Thank you.
Yeah.
So after 4 or 5 hits, with people seeing your name showing up either in their inbox 4 or 5 times, and this is I'm talking over a long span, like over a long span of like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. You become familiar.
Yeah.
And so when these particular folks decide to hire someone or decide that they need someone, suddenly I'm not a stranger reaching out. Oh, I do have it's just the opportunity. They know who I am. They will likely reach out to me or likely not be afraid to use me because I'm
Familiar.
seemingly familiar to them.
Yeah.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I do a lot of that. And so I'm doing a lot of seed planting this
Yeah,
year.
it's so important. So direct email marketing, super important. I believe, not everyone does, that online casting is super important for planting seeds
Sure.
because, as we have mentioned in our relationship building episode, when hirers see you over and over again, just like with direct email, then they're more likely to pay attention as well.
You
So on
mean like
online
in online
online
casting, like when your audition shows up in their inbox? Is that what you mean? Oh,
Yeah. When you keep auditioning consistently for the same people, and you do because you see the same producers on online casting,
yep.
you become familiar to them. And I think that's really important.
That is
Um,
interesting.
Even clients I've had continue to go back to online casting because it provides them with huge opportunities. Oh, I'm going to try this script and let's see what other voices I can get. Forget about Natasha for a minute. Let's focus on the abundance of all the auditions, which is
Mm,
a pain in the butt when you
work
create a
so hard.
relationship. Yeah.
I know.
But you are familiar to them. And I have someone in mind as well, who I've been a voice for them many, many, many times, and they keep going back to online casting. But I know that when they have a job that's specific to my voice, they will reach out to me directly.
And they
So
know you're reliable because
yeah,
yeah,
they've worked with me before. So
right.
so there's online casting and then there's direct email, which should never be. I think I've been kind of weak in that area. I could have planted more seeds, but it never ends. Like you don't have to. It's not like the internet ends,
Mm-mm.
right?
That's right. That's right.
There's
You can pick it up
always gonna
anytime.
yeah.
And the other thing I think also getting out, it's becoming recognizable in your field. So I think all
Mm.
three of these, what I'm about to say, I think with this combination is a good mixture online. And I don't mean online like posting an Instagram. I think it's really hard to be hired on Instagram, but on LinkedIn. If you're connected with a lot of producers on LinkedIn and you're posting, your name inevitably is going to pop up in their feed. And if they're a LinkedIner and they're a scroller on there, they're going to see your name. And again, that's another touch point where people are
Yeah.
going to be like, oh, there's that name again. Oh, I know her. How do I know her?
It's very complex though. I think you also have to engage on LinkedIn. You have to
Oh, yeah.
make
You got to,
comments and whatnot.
you have to play that game as well. It's a lot of
Yeah,
game playing. It's a lot of seed planting and watering, isn't it?
it is. You know what else though? Right from the beginning, I found like people would die or they
What?
would retire. Clients. Like
Oh,
in terms of
oh, you mean
having,
like really die?
yeah,
What are
like
we
they would
talking
actually
about?
die.
What's
So,
happening?
well, I know. So I'm talking about,
This took a turn. I need a drink. Hold on.
well, I believe that you need to strengthen your current client list. So we haven't talked
Mhm.
about that. And I mean, we've talked about it in other shows, but you have to keep reaching out to the clients you've had in the past because they are your best source of work.
That's right.
Um,
So
but
that's a
there,
good little tip when we talk about this roller coaster. That's a good tip to keep bringing on somewhat of a consistent income.
Yeah, you have to strengthen your client relationships, whether that's with gifts. I laugh, but it's true. Like
Here's a
small,
Porsche.
small gifts at holidays or one-on-one emails. You have to strengthen those relationships. But what I wanted to say is when people move on, either to out of this world or they're retired, did you send along your business cards? So there are times when people they don't even just retire, of course they move jobs. And so if you've actually sent your actual business cards, that is
What?
still a good should I say ploy, because they leave those business cards around in the office. And so
Do
when
they? They don't
someone
throw them out?
well, in my 20 years of doing this, it's been a while, but I'll tell you, I've had cards left in the office and people say, "Oh, I found it." And
Stop
because
it.
they're
That's
now
pretty
suddenly
awesome.
looking for talent, they're new to the job, they don't know where to look. And so to me, that's ground zero. You need to have your business cards at their offices
That's
so
so
that they're laying
interesting.
around.
So what do you do in a little note? You just include your business card?
Yeah, in
Say
your
thanks so
gifts, in
much
your
for the last
cards, holidays.
project.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thanks
that's a
for keeping me in your loop kind of thing and putting your business cards in. You're going to write that one down?
yeah, I'm writing that one down. You know, one other way, I was trying to think of other ways, to kind of get us through those low income months, the
Yeah.
dips in the roller coaster,
Yeah.
um, is paying yourself a salary. Do you pay yourself a salary?
Yes, I do,
Good. I do too.
actually.
And
Yeah.
I just started, like last year, and what a
Mm,
difference it's made. But
mm,
before I paid myself a salary, I scrimped and saved about 3 to 6 months worth of income.
mm-hmm.
And then on the dips, on the months that dip, hello, July,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to pay myself that salary and keep
Yeah.
my income
That's
consistent.
very responsible of you, Kim.
And thank you. And then I just slowly replenish that bucket. And it may take me another year to replenish that month or two, but I always have that emergency fund so that I can keep a consistent income for my family. And where do I save it? Come on, you know this from our last. Come
Oh,
on,
in a high
Natasha.
yield savings account. I've
Yes,
learned something. I've learned something from
yes.
you.
I
Yes, for
save it
sure.
in a high yield savings account. And so my money is working for me.
Yeah, I say, good job.
Yeah,
Wow, so
yeah.
responsible. Well, I have a secret to reveal. So let's
Let's
go
do it.
to our promo and we'll be right back with a secret to reveal. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, just cutting in here for of course, a speechless promo. We're going to share our sponsors who we love so much. The Vorg, the VO resource guide has so many resources for talent, not just in LA, but all over North America and soon the world. VO Extra is the longest standing newsletter for voiceover. Tons of resources there too.
Yeah.
Voiceoverextra.com
Be
with
extra
no
and
E.
subscribe.
Yeah. And we have George the dot tech. George Whittam is boy, he is the resource of all resources for tech, right?
Mhm.
And speaking of George Whittam, he's going to be the tech guy at our event on August 3rd in Burbank.
It's so
He will
exciting.
be recording the Zoom and making sure that it looks and sounds great. So super excited about our event in Burbank. If you haven't seen that, go to our website, speechlessvo.com. We also have an upcoming webinar on July 24th, the most amazing panel of experts. It's called You're Not Rejected, You're Just Not Selected. It's a free webinar. Tons of people have signed up already. The panelists include the two gals from the Voicecaster in LA, Mark
Tom
Cashman,
Pinto,
and
Mark
the
Cashman.
famous Tom Pinto. Right. We're throwing them all at you, and it's a free webinar. You're not rejected. You're just not selected. You'll want to see that for sure.
Kinda
So sign
relates
up,
to today's episode.
right?
Right.
So sign up at speechlessvo.com. We'll see you there. Let's get back to our talk. Okay, we're back. And what is the secret I will reveal?
Yes, please.
I am
I need to
uncomfortable sharing about this,
Ah!
but it's important for people to know. So I did really well for a couple of years during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so my expectations of my income were higher, and I kept spending as
Mm,
though I was making that higher income.
mm.
And now I have a huge credit card bill. And it's easy for me. I was always paying my credit card off just like that.
Boom,
You know,
boom, boom, boom.
done, done, done. And now I have a huge credit card bill because I still have those expenses that I had set up for myself when I was making really good
Right.
money. Yeah.
Right. You are not alone. I think everyone falls
That's
into
why
that.
you were laughing because it's so
Yeah.
common, but
Yes.
comfortable to reveal for me.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you're safe here. All of
Thank
us
you.
support you. Yeah, for sure. So what have you done to remedy that? Like, have you
Oh
cut
my
back?
gosh, that's embarrassing too. I'm
You didn't cut
just
back on anything?
I looked at my when I did my taxes, I looked at all my expenses. I was like, "Nope, this is I mean, I did. I cut back
Yeah, you did.
50% on certain things.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's not making much of a difference. Um,
It will.
and
It will.
actually, to be honest, I'm not going to pay myself for the summer, so I can put
There
that
you go.
money on credit cards. So, yeah. After
That nervous laugh.
all.
And then in the fall, when that credit card is paid off, then you're
Yeah.
gonna slowly sock away money into your
Yeah,
high
you have to
yield
look at
savings
your
account so
expense
that
yeah,
yes,
yeah, mhm.
a
You
little bit
have
at
to
a time, a
look
little
at your
bit at a time.
expenses and then, of course, make more money. And should
Yeah.
I be even more another reveal? Here's a
Yes.
reveal.
Dun
This, I don't
dun.
know, alienate some people possibly. I've
Oh.
got money drawing oil.
I like that money drawing oil. I mean, we all put crystals in our bras, don't we, folks?
No,
Hello? Hello?
I do not, but the money drawing oil was made by a witch,
I
and
love it. I need
and
to know
I
her name.
and I put it on my hands and hope for the best.
Well, listen, if this is part luck,
Right?
I
Yeah, we
mean,
need all the power from,
these aren't squares,
putting it
these are
out there.
horseshoes in my studio.
Okay. Cool. Well,
With corners.
as brief as it was, we hope we brought you some inspiration today
Mm.
with some ideas of how to ride that roller coaster.
And know that you're not alone.
Not alone for sure. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to money making oil.
This episode of Speechless is brought to you by
Hey, did you know that the very first newsletter in our industry still exists today?
I did. It's called Voiceover Extra.
Mhm. It's got daily announcements, it's got career building advice, it's got products, opportunities.
Tons of articles, tons of
Yes.
webinars to purchase.
Yes, and we're going to be extra, so extra, and tell you to sign up for VoiceOver Extra. Tell them how.
You go to voiceoverextra.com. That's voiceoverextra.com.
Hey, is tech holding you back?
Let George the Tech take your studio to the next level.
That's right. All you have to do is schedule a quick consultation, get back on track.
George has brought together top-notch technicians to assist you via an emergency contact line.
Which is my favorite
Totally.
thing ever. Hey, you can benefit from webinars, training modules, recording, editing, studio setup, and troubleshooting.
Level
Level
up
up.
with George the Tech today. The VoiceOver Resource Guide. What is the VoiceOver Resource Guide?
It's an incredible networking tool. Not only that, but it's also the industry's oldest publication since, drumroll please, 1988.
Sounded like a cat. The publication comes out twice a year and now covers LA and New York and Chicago.
And there's also a free online version called thevorg.net.
Right. Here you can find recording studios, casting services, agents, rates, demo production, events, and so much more, and has the most up-to-date map search.
That's pretty cool. You can pick up your very own publication in various locations across the United States, or just go to thevorg.net and get one shipped right to you.
Speechless. Speechless.